Welcome to today's edition of Three Questions About Climb and Flight. Our guest today is Katelyn Weakley. Katelyn, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Katelyn. I'm a pastor in the Portland, Oregon area, a newlywed who is loving life and enjoying the new family, and also enjoying a new job in pastoring in the midst of COVID, as I'm sure we're all having a fun, entertaining time right now. But I went through flight and climb and flight, goodness, 12 years ago now. So it's been a little bit, but it's continued to impact me to this day. So I'm happy to be here and doing 3 questions today.
Wow, thanks. You said 12 years ago, and I'm like, wow, has it really been that long?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But anyway, yeah, great to have you, and welcome back to Portland, or welcome to Portland. Welcome back to the Northwest.
Thank you. Happy to be back.
All right, so you're ready for your 3 questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, question number 1, Katelyn. What moment personally impacted you the most in climb or flight?
So as a 17-year-old kid going through this program, going through climb first, and a few months later going into flight, I was struggling with a lot of self-esteem struggles, and was not one to put myself forward or to draw attention to myself. And so for me, stretch was huge. And it was an opportunity to put others' opinions of me aside and to just allow myself to be free, to be who I have been called to be, who I am. And it was absolutely incredible. One of the best moments of my life, honestly. And allowed me to really be proud of myself too, for stepping forward and just being fully present and accepting myself for who I was.
Cool. Very well said. Yes. Okay, question number 2. What's been the most supportive or helpful thing that you've learned in climb or flight?
You know, there are different times, different seasons where particular lessons will rise to the surface for me, and other times where a different one will come up. But probably the largest tool that has stuck with me ever since I went through, that comes up the most for me, is the disagreement does not equal rejection. I very wary, and differing opinions begin to arise between myself and someone, especially someone that I care about. And from my past experiences when I was growing up, those were associations that I made, where if we are in disagreement on something, well, that means you're not just rejecting my ideas, you're rejecting who I am. And so that concept has been very revolutionary for me, and is something that I continue to grow in and accept. And again, that's a very freeing concept, because I can be accepted and appreciated and loved, and accept and appreciate and love others, no matter how much we are in harmony or in disharmony with one another. And that's truly beautiful. I honestly think that's how we are meant to live. So, favorite tool by far. Disagreement does not equal rejection.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And as you say that, I think about you being a pastor and how valuable that would be just in relating to your parishioners, because they're not all alike. And I hate to tell you this, Katelyn, they're not going to all love you.
What?
I'm sorry. I didn't tell you that in seminary, Katelyn.
No, I guess I missed that day.
But no, valuable for anywhere we're at in life. That yeah, we're not always going to agree, but it doesn't mean we have to reject each other. Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks. Maybe that's my lesson for today. Okay, question number 3. Without naming any names, what's been the most powerful experience that you witnessed in climb or flight? Because you've staffed a few times as well.
I have, yes. I staffed a number of times, and there were many very powerful moments and experiences. But I think the one that stands out to me most was actually not when I was stabbing or even when I went through as a participant, but when I came as alumni for a stretch. And that was when my mom was going through. And I had been through the program about half a year prior. And actually I graduated from high school, and I asked my mom, I said, hey, don't get me anything for my graduation. I just want you to go through foundations. And she did. And to be able to be there for her stretch and see just how alive she was. And then after going from her stretch song into the cradle, to be able to be there for her and hold her and just love on her and appreciate who she was and who she was allowing herself to be was simply beautiful. And now my mom actually has passed away about 4 years ago. And so that just makes it all the sweeter, knowing that she was able to go through this experience. And then I got to be witness to it and to see all that she gained and appreciated and grew from through going through foundations.
Wow, cool. I'm tearing up as you talk about your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom's name is Julie Campbell, by the way. And she also came back and staffed many times and was very supportive. And she was kind of a bulldog dynamo. One of those people that would push you because she loved you and wanted to make sure that you were going to get the best out of it. So, yeah.
And a big heart, big heart.
Yes. Yeah, so glad you mentioned her. Good memories. All right. Congratulations on being the first one to get me to cry on the camera. So great job, Katelyn.
Happy to. Thank you for your vulnerability, Rick. I appreciate it.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
Just that I'm grateful for what Foundations has been in my life and in my family's lives. As I said, I'm recently married, and as it so happened, I didn't know him when he went through Foundations, but my husband had gone through Foundations about before as well, and so there's a number all for the better. And Foundations is something I really appreciate about Climb and Flight is that it's not just a weekend, it's not just a single event. But it's a journey. It's an ongoing journey. You talk about stabbing. My mom and I came back and stabbed a number of times, and that continued the journey for us. And then even here, we're still in friendship and relationship, and we can still encourage each other and grow with each other. And it's a larger community that's not just contained to a single event. And I think there's tremendous value in that, and so it continues to impact myself and my family even to this day.
Cool. All right, thank you so much, Katelyn, and thanks for being with us today, and hopefully we'll see each other in person sometime soon.
Yes, it'll be great.
All right, bye, Katelyn.
All right, take care.